If you're running a local business, you know your strength is your community. But what if I told you your most valuable real estate isn't even your storefront? It's actually a search result on Google. Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down how a really smart content strategy can turn those online searches into loyal, local customers who walk right through your door. Just think about the last time you needed a plumber, or maybe you were looking for a new coffee spot. Where did you look first? I bet it was your phone. And guess what? You are not alone. A staggering 97% of us now use online search to find local businesses. This isn't just some passing trend, it is the new reality of how customers are going to find you.
So if nearly every single potential customer is starting their journey online, the most important question you have to ask yourself is right here on the screen. Can they actually find you? Because let's be honest, if you're not showing up in that moment of need, you are, for all intents and purposes, invisible. Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to dig right into that 97% challenge. Then we'll talk about how to build local authority, how to dominate those search results, amplify your reach, and finally, how to measure the kind of growth that actually, impacts your business. So let's start with the 97% challenge. Really, the best way to think about this is that your website and your Google profile, they've become your new front door. Yeah, word of mouth is still king, it always will be, but now it almost always starts with a search. Your digital strategy is what gets those customers, the ones with a real need, to turn the knob. And this slide right here perfectly shows why these searches are so incredibly valuable. This isn't just someone casually browsing. These are basically treasure maps. Someone searching for an emergency plumber near me isn't just doing research. They have a pipe bursting right now. Being the answer to that search is like finding a treasure chest of ready-to-buy customers.
But being visible is really only half the battle. Once they find you, do they trust you? That brings us right to section 2, building what I like to call unshakable local authority. This is how you become more than just another option on a list. You become the only option in your community. So what in the world is local authority? Well, in short, it's all about earning trust by proving you get your community's unique needs. It's about consistently providing solutions, not just selling services. This is how you stop being just a name in a directory and start being a trusted advisor.
So how do you actually build it? It's not as complicated as it sounds. It really comes down to these 3 steps. First, share what you know. Think of a local vet posting tips about pet safety during heat wave. Second, let your customers do the talking for you through powerful stories and testimonials. And third, show that you're invested in your community, whether that's sponsoring the local Little League team or just highlighting your local suppliers.
And here is that idea in action. Just look at this quote. It's not just a 5-star rating, right? It's a story. It paints a picture. It solves a problem. And it all hinges on that one all-important word, trust. You literally cannot buy an ad that is this powerful. Okay, so you've built up all this trust and authority. Awesome. Now let's make sure people can actually find it. In section 3, we are talking about dominating local search. So when your customers have a question, your business is the very first answer they see. Your single most critical tool here, hands down, is your Google Business Profile. I want you to think of it as your digital storefront, and keeping it fresh is absolutely non-negotiable. This means new photos, weekly updates, and responding to every single review, the good and the bad. Google's algorithm sees that activity and rewards it by pushing you higher in the search results. Now, let's talk about the kind of searches you want to win. You really want to target what marketers call long-tail keywords. These are longer, more specific phrases that tell you exactly what a customer needs. As you see here, plumber is pretty broad, but emergency plumber in Brisbane weekend service? Whoa. That's a customer with a serious problem who is ready to pay for a solution right now. So what kind of content actually does this? Well, think about what makes your business, yours. Could you share some behind-the-scenes stories? Highlight a local event you're a part of? And maybe, most powerfully, what are the top questions your customers ask you every single day? Just answering those online is simple, super valuable content that I bet your competitors aren't creating. So creating all this content is great, but here's the good news. You don't have to build your audience from scratch. That's where section 4 comes in. We're talking about amplifying your reach through smart partnerships. It's about tapping into existing communities to help grow your own. And each of these partnerships offers something really unique. Local micro-influencers, they bring authentic engagement. Community organizations help build goodwill and trust. And partnering with a complementary business, like, say, a wedding planner if you're a florist, that instantly introduces you to a brand new, highly relevant audience. Now, when it comes to the SEO benefit of these partnerships, I want you to remember one thing: quality over quantity. A single link back to your website from a respected local news blog or a community organization's site, that's a powerful signal to search engines. It acts as this huge vote of confidence that carries so much more weight than dozens of spammy directory listings. And finally, Section 5. How do you know if any of this is actually working? I mean, digital stats are nice to look at, but they are totally meaningless if they don't lead to real-world growth. So let's talk about tracking the metrics that actually matter to your bottom line. So what should you really be tracking? Forget all those vanity metrics. Let's focus on these 4 things. Are more people physically walking through your door? Are you ranking higher for your most important search terms? Are those online visitors turning into actual in-store sales? And what's the buzz about you online? This is where your digital effort connects directly to your cash register. But you know, maybe the most powerful tracking tool you have isn't even digital at all. It's simply asking every single new customer, how did you hear about us? Their answer is pure gold. It's the clearest signal you can possibly get, telling you exactly what's working so you can go and do more of it. So let's end with a really simple first step. Don't get overwhelmed by all this. Just ask yourself the question on this slide. What is the one thing my customers are always asking that I could answer for them today? Start there. Create one useful piece of content. That single answer, that's the first step on the path to becoming the most trusted authority in your community.